Hello everyone and welcome back to the last part of the Phoenix Hawk videos here, part of the chassis variant series. I almost forgot what I was going to say there for some reason. This is the Phoenix Hawk 6D. This is a later model of the Phoenix Hawk via Davian, obviously by the D suffix there, and it is a bit more of a focused build on this one. It's 4 ER mediums with 2 in the CT and 2 in the left arm, I believe, or yeah, I think it's the left arm, and an ER PPC in the right arm as its main punch. So, quite a change up for the standard Phoenix Hawk builds. Now, I can't remember if this one was supposed to have jump jets or not. I'm not sure if it did. If it did, the only way to get the build was to use the 1K, which I think didn't come with jump jets, but I might be mistaken there. It may have jump jets, I can't remember, but the build is correct to the point where I got the right weapons in anyway. So, this one is your laser boat. It's your vomit mech. It's the one that you build and you want to have like a decent punch at medium range, slightly longer obviously because of the ER mediums, at the expense of a little extra heat. I don't mind this one. I still think my favourite out of the ones I've built for this has been the 4L, the stealth variant. And apologies on the stealth one if there's any ghosting. Forced resample on the movie studio I use to edit these together now is always on by default, and I have to manually turn it off. I have turned it off on this one, I know that for definite, and I'm pretty sure I did it on the first one, but the second one for some reason reset it. I don't know why, so sorry if you get any ghosting on that one, or you had any ghosting on that one. But anyway, yeah, this is an interesting build because it's one of the few Phoenix Hawk variants that actually comes with torso mounted lasers, which means even if your arms get blown off, you still have some means of fighting back, which is always one of the big drawbacks of the Phoenix Hawk in MechWarrior Online, is losing an arm is a big loss. A lot of mechs in MechWarrior Online are popular because of their capability of being able to fight using torso-mounted weaponry in the left or right torsos primarily, and the arms are, you know, they can be used, but obviously they might not be the big punch. So it's always been one of the drawbacks, with the main thing of the Phoenix Hawks being its speed. Now, in this case, at least you can use the 1K model to fit a couple of decent-sized weapons in there and still be capable of dealing out at least a little bit of damage. At 45 tons, not many 45-ton mechs are dealing a huge amount of damage. Maybe in the clan side of things, like the Shadow Hawk and the such, they can obviously do a bit of damage. You only have to look at the Arctic Wolf, but that's one of the big advantages of clan tech, is the lighter equipment, meaning more weaponry in a much smaller chassis. Innisphere don't quite get that benefit, so you have to really take into account the kind of weaponry and the heat trade-off that you're going to get with these. I did expect this to be a lot hotter than it was, but with the engine that I managed to put in there and the extra heat sinks I could put in after putting the 4 lasers in, I actually had enough room that I could get a decent amount of heat management with skills as well. It's not too bad. I found that I could fire all 4 lasers without too much of a heat spike, which means in tight areas like this, it actually becomes a decent brawler, which was fun. What happens in the latter part of this match, though, is not fun, and the reason I kept this was because it acts as a nice highlight. Take note of the map position where this happens, as unfortunately I do get stuck in the map. I thought most of these problems on Solaris City had been fixed, but unfortunately it still looks like it has a few issues like that, a few problems with bugs of having mechs getting trapped inside buildings, and that is what happens to me here, which is a shame because I was really enjoying this fight. I mean, this fight got a bit hairy, went a bit back and forth. It was all over the place, to be honest. If you saw any of the minimap or just the positioning of the team, it's like a chunk of my team are kind of wolf pack, quickly running around and finding slower mechs and killing them, and I'm sort of sticking with the bigger mechs, as is usually my tactic when I'm playing on my own. Find the fat boys and stay with them. And yeah, this was a fun match, which was unfortunately ruined by the stupidity of the clipping and falling through the map. It was really irritating, because I remember when Solaris first came out and people were talking about how it was possible to get inside certain buildings and fire out of them and not take any return fire. I thought I'd discovered another one of those. But the reality is it's just, it's a perfect mech trap as well. It's great. It's kind of funny as well. You can look at the floor and see all roads and stuff going under the building. I don't show too much of that because I had to edit this down. Here we go. Pretty sure I take a shot at Hunchback, and I clipped. There we go. And I've clipped through the building, and that's it. I'm stuck now. I don't know if jump jets could have gotten me out of that. But I'm just thinking, if you were piloting a mech like an assault, that very few of them have jump jets, or a heavy that doesn't have jump jets, and this was to happen, you know, round is pretty much over. It's weird as well, because you can see everyone running around outside, and you can try and fire at them, but nothing will happen. So, yeah, kind of sucked. I tried firing just to see if it was possible to shoot outside of the building, just to see if that was possible as a kind of glitch means of being able to sort of cheaty do damage to people, which would have sucked if that was the case. So yeah, I get trapped, and you can see the perfect little pen there for my Phoenix Hawk. Just that's it, that little square. That's what we're stuck in. And we're gonna edit over now, and the rest of it was basically me just using the battle grid to watch what was going on. Because luckily, my team won without me, which is why it kind of counts as glorious, because they were all wins. And they're chasing down a all LRM5 Jenna 2C. The other team were joking about it being a stealth spider. So I was like, oh god, we're going to be here for the full like 15 minutes otherwise. But luckily they were just chasing him down. I think Suggs gets the Jenna 2C in the end, which is good, hunting him down. So that was it, the Phoenix Hawks. I do like this build. I wish I had a better round, but obviously I wanted to keep this just to highlight that glitch there, which can happen, so be aware of that. And other than that, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a good week. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time for a clan. I believe it's going to be the Shadow Cats. If not, it will be one of the 50 tonners, but I think it's Shadow Cat. Anyway, have a good one all. Thanks again. Bye.